the arrows or target mat until the arrows are scored. And number 2.
right, welcome everybody to the 2026 Lancaster Archery Classic. It is 8:20 Thursday morning. So what we're looking at here is a new feature at the Classic. This is our mixed team competition. So we've got 16 teams in barebow, compound, and Olympic recurve. And they're going head-to-head matches right from the get-go. I believe it's 4 ends per match. We're going to find out. And then we're just going to keep whittling down each of those classes until we have a champion in each one. There's I mean,
camera one, you are. We need to switch those. Morgan, you're gonna be camera two, okay? Camera two. Same with your setup. I'm still trying to set up Facebook.
Here we are rolling down the line. There's John Demmer right in the middle. Look at that mustache. Multi-time barebow champion here. There's the Holsons with the red, white, and blue hair. They do that every year, barebow competitors. I know I looked. Oh, there you go. Jay Bars. I don't know, right there in the middle with the brown shirt pulling his arrows. 1988 U.S. Olympic gold medalist. I don't know that he's ever shot in the Classic before. There's Casey Caulfield pulling her arrows in the white. Of course, Olympic bronze medalist, mixed team at the last Olympics. But super exciting to see Jay Bars here, especially since he hasn't shot any of the Classics that I can recall. Yeah, we got some heavy hitters on this early line. Because everyone always asks, we're shooting 18 meters, 19.6 yards, I believe it is. 20 yards, you can say. Shoot 3 arrows per end. I know her. She's from Italy. I think that might have been Christina Piccoli. I know she's out there. I believe she's shooting with John Demmer. But Ava Jones is a past champion. Oliver Ockenholt right there on the right, the Great Dane. He is our reigning barebow champion. And I believe that's Medina next to him there. She is a previous champion. I believe she's the current reigning champion. So barebow turned out.
Still on YouTube.
But our scoring here at the Classic, of course, the inner X ring is counted as 11 points. That's a unique feature of the Classic. So a perfect score will be a 660. Last year we had 3. We offer $20,000 special prize to one person who shoots a 660. So as last year we had 3, Matthias Fullerton, Jacob Slusars, and Bodie Turner. We had a shoot-off Friday night because we're giving all the money to one person. No, not dividing it. And so that's back again this year. Matthias won the $20,000 last year. Here's in the green shirt, Elizabeth Humphreys. She is an instructor in our academy. All right. If you got questions, shoot them at me. I can now see the chat. There's a question. Jordan Brewster, where is PJ? Here he is. He's sitting right here now. Watching the action. Gaius Humphrey shooting barebow. Casey Caulfield is out here shooting Olympic recurve. She's shooting with Gaius Carter, who is shooting Olympic recurve. Gaius, well-known compound shooter, 900 at Vegas. He's got the recurve. Teaming up with Casey. Not a bad partner to have on this line. So this is the Spooky Nook Sports Complex. And we are in. Our live feed is brought to you by True Ball Excel. And we are in the True Ball. Gotta get this right. True Ball Excel and Darton Black Eagle Archery Hall. Got to get those sponsors right. We can't do anything without the sponsors. So we for sure want to mention them whenever we can. Darton Archery, Randy Kitts, True Ball Excel, of course, Summers family. Black Eagle is also Randy Kitts. Conquest, same deal. We thank them for all they do for us, allowing us to bring this to you. If you want to follow live scoring, okay, inco.net, IANSEO.net. Now, there's going to be, if you go to that page, you're going to see a setup for the Classic. This tournament, the mixed team, that is its own event. So if you go under the Classic and you're like, where's mixed team? You have to back out. It is its own event. So where you clicked on Lancaster Archery Classic, just scroll down and you should see the mixed team tournament. How many ends are they shooting? Like I said, I believe it's 4. I should know that. Let's check. Okay, here we go. Mixed team format and rules. Yes, 16 teams, head-to-head, 4 ends of score. So I was accurate there. 1 point for PJ. Then once we're done, we should have a winner, or we will go to shoot off, close to center. Oh, no, I'm incorrect. If there remains a tie for a total team score, ties will be broken by number of 11s, then first out, arrow value. Okay, so we're not doing that's not correct. Ties will be broken first on a total number of 11s. If a tie remains, a shoot-off will determine. Okay, so only if you're tied on everything. Complete scoring tie, then we're going to go to a shoot-off. As we mentioned, there he is, the Great Dane, Oliver Achenholt. That looks like Gabby Schlosser. No, that is not. Sorry, camera was out of focus. Looked like her. On the left, we got Ava Jones. Next to her in the blue, Paul Donahue. He has been at many, many, many Lancaster Archery Classics. They're giving me control of a camera, a remote camera. This is bad. This could be horrible. Never know what we're gonna say. This is a rough move. Here we go. Whoop, whoop. Sorry. There we go. Static shot. Here's John Demmer raising his hand. That's Christina Procoli with him. So the other one, well, I recognize her. I don't know her name. So here I am calling out names that I don't know. The other lady I thought was Christina. She's a barebow. I recognize her. John Demmer wearing shorts. Why not? You can see their names there. There you go, Gore. Have him back out. That's Heather Gore. You can see their names. Under Gore, we got NorCal, Oswald, Archery Misfits. So they get to pick their team names. There we go. There's Johnny D. I don't know how many times he's won the Classic. It's been several. And while we're waiting to get back to the action, sponsor shout out again. Venue sponsors: Darton, Black Eagle, True Ball XL. Live feed sponsor, True Ball XL. Our live scoring, Dead Center. Oh, we have mixed team sponsors. All right. Yeah, we definitely want to shout them out. For Barebow, Hoyt, Compound, PSE, and for Recurve, Weowis. So you're going to hear me announcing sponsors all weekend. Again, because without them, we got nothing. There we go. Mixed team sponsors. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, we're going to find you some compound shooters. Hang on. We'll get there. You're saying up the sound. I can't because we're having feedback. That's why I'm talking like this. Turn up the sound on your end. You'll be able to hear me. This is the 22nd Lancaster Archery Classic. 23rd year. We missed a year because of COVID. So it is the 22nd Classic. We started with, I believe the number is 174 archers the first year. This year we are over 3,300. Record. New record for the Classic. That's thanks to Rob Caulfield, of course. This is all his vision. He wanted to give archers a big stage, a unique format. So if you're unfamiliar with our format, outside the mixed team, this is kind of different. So starting at noon today, every archer entered is going to shoot 60 arrows for score. Again, with that inner X counting as 11. So everybody shoots 60 arrows. Then what we do is, depending on the division, we're going to rank. The biggest divisions like Open Pro, we're going to take the top 64. 64, 32, or 16. All you have to do is get in that. If you're top 64, top 32, whatever, you just got to make it into that. Then we go to head-to-head match play. And if you're familiar with that, anything can happen in match play. So we do like a NCAA tournament style bracket, 1 versus 64, 2 versus 63, and so on. And then we just whittle down. We shoot those matches till we come out, and depending on the division, again, the biggest one, Open Pro, we're going to come up with the top 8. Smaller divisions, we're going to come up with the top 4. And then those folks go to the finals, and we have a shoot-up match. And the shoot-up, hang on. Okay, sorry. Boss was calling. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, shoot up. So we come in for the finals, and the archers will be ranked, let's say, Open Pro 1 to 8. We start off number 8, shoots against number 7. The winner of that goes against number 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So that's, again, one of the unique things about the Classic. You can finish matches and everything in 8th place, and you can still win the whole thing. No other tournament does that happen. Now, we always hear, oh, you know, the guy, the lower seed, you know, they had a much harder path. The number 1 seed only has to shoot 1 match. Yeah, that's correct, because every arrow shot during qualification and eliminations, every arrow shot matters to your final ranking. So the number 1 seed, they earn the right to be the number 1 seed and to have the easiest path. That's the deal. So you can still win it if you're 8, 7, 6, 5, whatever, but your path to winning it all is more difficult. That's the way it works. But you got a chance. We all know Tim, the CEO Hanley, the only archer ever in men's open. He's the only archer in any division to come in a number 8 seed and shoot all the way up and win it. And he did that in the men's open, which is our biggest class here. Is it true we have a longbow division this year? Yes, it is. We actually had a longbow division last year, but it was what we call a trophy class. They just shot qualifications, and trophies were given out based on qualification scores. But they turned out in such numbers, I believe it was over 100, They will be on the big stage this year. Longbow Division Finals. That one is going to be awesome. And it's going to be a great finale because it's going to be longbow, women's barebow, men's barebow. So what a great, however long that takes, 2 hours or something like that, of archery where anything happens. I'm counting on that longbow being super fun to watch. And those will be Saturday. We're starting the finals Saturday.
Here you go.
Scores. Go ahead. Hit me with scores. All right, so there's a QR code. Hit that QR code. It'll take you right to inco.net. Will this one, do you have the right one there for mixed team?
It's just the main page.
Main page.
Yeah, it's the
Okay.
main page that can navigate that.
Well, here. I'll do it right here, right now. Let's see what it does. Let's try it. I'll tell you right now if it works. There it is. And of course the service in here is terrible. So it takes you to not the scoring page. Oh, this is,
I can change that.
yeah, this is the schedule. Okay. Yeah, it's just back one. Well, this will get you to, you can back out to it from there, but we'll get it to where it takes you right to the main page. Yes. Yeah. So let's talk about that while we're waiting here, because there's no action. I'm not sure why there's no action, quite frankly, but I don't think they shot 4 ends. Maybe they did. I'm boring myself talking so much. Maybe they got through 4 ends. Anyway, so we're at Spooky Nook Sports Complex. So this giant facility is used for volleyball, field hockey, baseball, whatever. There was a tournament here over the previous weekend, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. 10,000 volleyball players were in here. So this blue court that you're looking at, everything in here, that was divided into I don't know how many volleyball courts. That floor is huge, but I can tell you there was probably 20 volleyball courts set up. So all that got wiped out. They took all the nets down, and then we came in starting Tuesday to transform this facility into the Lancaster Archery Classic Sports Hall. There you see with the cane, that is Eric Burkett, also known as Trainwreck, one of our judges. If you ever get the chance to see Trainwreck, go talk to him. He is an awesome dude. Anyway, so we do this. This is Lancaster Archery. We went into this place and set up this facility here. We got about 160 employees. The Classic is an all hands on deck. Of course, the businesses are still running. The warehouse, the pro shop, all that's still running, and we take on this as well. So starting Tuesday and yesterday, we converted this into what you're seeing here. And I can promise you that is a monumental job of about 6 million moving parts that all have to come together to get this. So there's Tyler Weiss in front of the shot there, oblivious. Tyler, you're standing in front of our camera. One of our pro shop guys. Look at him. He has no clue.
Tell him to wave to the camera.
He has no clue. There we go. Thank you, Tyler. If you go to our pro shop, you know Tyler. But yeah, we've been working hard to transform this. It's long hours. And the reason that we do it that way, that it's us and not rental crews, is because we have our standards. I can tell you one year, many years ago, before we came here, we tried a rental crew. Didn't work. Just wasn't up to our standards.
They have those union mandated breaks that we don't.
So we now do everything, set the lanes, all the tape. If you've been to an archery tournament, you know about the marking lines. You got your shooting position. You've got your dead arrow line. There's a line down at the end that the targets have to sit on. All that's done with tape, and it's put up by us. Put up and taken down. So when we're done, we have to tear all this apart. So it's a huge lift. All the signs, you're seeing some of them there. We print those in-house. We hang them. Everything. Me, I was up on a lift, 50 feet in the air, hanging a giant banner. Everybody does everything. ELE, everybody love everybody, if any of you are semi-pro fans. So, let's go back. Let's thank our sponsors again. Mixed team sponsors. Barebow is Hoyt, Compound, PSE, Recurve, Weowis. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This mixed team competition is a new element for the Classic. Just started this year because 2028, we know we're going to have mixed team compound in the Olympics in LA. There's our sponsors, Hoyt, PSE, Weowis. And of course, we have in-house here at the last Olympics in Paris, the bronze medal team, Team USA, Casey Caulfield, Brady Ellison. They won the bronze. That's mixed team in recurve has been around for a while. But that compound making its debut in 2028. Hey, while we're on it, leave me some comments there. Who's going to be on that Team USA? It's going to be one team, 2 archers, 1 female, 1 male. Who are your picks 2028 to be on that team? There he is. There's Tyler Weiss. We're just picking on him this morning, putting that camera right in his grill. Yeah, Tyler will be shooting men's open. We're following. Tyler's a good shooter. He I'd look for him to be. He can definitely put in the 640s. But yeah, who you got? Team USA compound. Women's side, of course, we got Paige Pierce. We got Alexis Ruiz. We got some good 50-meter shooters. There's several of them. Tanya Gelantine, we don't know yet if she's sticking with Denmark or if I think she's shooting for Denmark. If she does, she gets to team up with Matthias Fullerton, which would be a wise choice.
There you go.
Before we continue that, there we go. Look at the. So what you're seeing there is our LAS Express. That is a mobile trailer that we take to tournaments. If you've been to a ASA, IBO, S3DA, USA Archery, NFAA, basically any event, TAC even. We have a different trailer that goes to TAC, but that's Mike Notarangelo, whose birthday it is today. Let's get a shot of Mike Notarangelo. It's his birthday today. He'll hate it. Yep. So if you go to any tournament, you know who Big Mike is. Keeps 3 trailers running. There's a longbow. So the LAS Express, Rob calls it the pit crew for competing archers. And I can tell you that they look for it. Rushmore Rumble, we were not there, and we had people, broken knocks, missing veins, glue they needed. Folks were like, where's the trailer? Well, it wasn't there. So it serves a purpose for the archers on the line. Here we go. There he is.
Hey, get his attention. Right
The birthday boy. There's the birthday boy with Brandon Reyes. We're going to get a camera wave here from Mike.
See if he'll look.
Tell him to just yell. There's Brandon. There we go. Hey, Mike. Happy birthday, Mike. So Mike travels the most of anybody in the company. If you ever want to know about what it takes to haul a 40-foot trailer loaded with archery stuff across the country, Mike has more stories than you can imagine. Tires falling off, breakdowns, you name it. Yeah, there's a door there. There's stuff behind all the doors. I mean, that stuff, there's a lot of stuff in there. Archers need a lot of stuff, in case you didn't notice. And that's where we come in. Still waiting. They must have completed that first line of competitions, that first set of matches. That's the only reason I can think that there'd be a delay this long. So we're probably cutting it down. We had 16 matches. Now we're going to go to 8. And we're going to keep shooting. Go. Compound scope from Shrewd. That would be the Shrewd Optum. Got a lens on the back, got a sunshade on the front. It is mounted to I don't recognize the sight. We pulled out just a second before I could see it. Yeah, look at that. Look at that paint. Oh, I believe that's Heather's, I believe. No, I think Heather shoots that. Yeah, Heather Gore. I believe she has a pink bow like that. So Concept X, Hoyt, that's their target bow. They got some really cool colors on that bow. And so this is a compound division. That's all. It's a compound division. So you could shoot any configuration you want. This is an open setup that we were looking at there with the long stabilizers and the telescopic sight, adjustable sight, all that. But if, we're going to have bow hunters competing here this weekend. If you wanted to shoot a bow hunter setup in this, you could. Didn't see any when I was out there, but you can do it. We just had Josh Lawler at the Rushmore Rumble shot a 900 with a bow hunter setup. That's insane. We need a shout out to the Mull and Iona Archers in Scotland. In 1 year, we have gone from 1 to 50 plus members. And some are keen to be at Lancaster next year. Yes, come on out. We want you here. Mull and Iona Archers in Scotland. We want you here. All right, well, while we're waiting for this next round to set up for a mixed team, I'm gonna go talk to a TV crew, so I'll be gone for a minute. I'll be back.
Okay, we're going to go through and announce your team name and your target. Starting with compound mixed team. Wicked Titles, target 10. Backwater Wilkinson on 11. TL Special on 12. Queens Archery 13. Pick and Pin 14. Limerick Lighting 15. Drawn Together 16. Command Zone 17. Pilot and Connor 18. Norcal 19. Dragon Pool 20. Old Bay and Arrows 21. Archery Misfits 22. Kevin and Freya 23. Archery Shenanigans 24. Simply Italians 25. Sam Square 28. Bleed Purple Shoot Gold 29. Maple Syrup 30. Candy Bars 31. Lost Cookies 32. AJ 33. Lost Pianos 34. Dean Kenny 35. Hawaiian Minutes 36. Imitation Bars 37. Dutch Target 38. Party Assured 39. Kingpin Archers 40. Joyland Attorneys at Law 41. Stormies 42. Green Guns 45. Fairville Close 46. Mismatch Socks 47. Clock Hill 48. Team Setka 49. The Garage Gremlins 50. Dream Team 51. Ava and Luke 52. Backyard Champions 53. Hard Knock Life 54. Hack 55. Air Force 56. Olympus 57. Team Eminem 58. Team Raymond Duplex 59.
Three-slot archers, remember you must number your slots. You will shoot them in that order and record the arrow values in that order.
And as a reminder, there's no flash photography. If you have a cell phone, put it on vibrate, please.
Also, the first two rows of chairs in front of the curtain are for the active shooting archers. If you're not shooting in this round, please be shooting line.
One minute. Please your score.
All right, I'm back. Did you get to see me teaching the Fox News reporter how to shoot? So the delay, I did find out about the delay. So apparently they were shooting a qualifying round. It was just 4 ends, but they did qualify to rank the archers and to set the brackets for the mixed team competition. I didn't know we were doing that. So that's what happened before that big delay, was they were shooting the qualifying round and then they had to set the brackets for all the teams. So now we are in head-to-head competition. And again, it is mixed team. Mixed team, we have our mixed team sponsors: Barebow, Hoyt, Compound, PSE, Recurve, Wheelwis. Again, we are in Spooky Nook Sports Complex, which is the True Ball Excel Darton Black Eagle Competition Hall. We have our live feed sponsor, True Ball Excel. And mentioning sponsors often, so get used to it. If you've ever done one of these, I don't know how many people have, but the sponsors just make this happen. And so while we're waiting, yeah, I will mention. So there was a comment the other day of someone who said, hey, you know, Amazon sells such and such for cheaper. I could get this archery product from them cheaper, et cetera, et cetera. Well, Amazon does not sponsor any archery events. So why shop with Lancaster Archery? We sponsor basically everything. IBO, ASA, TAC, NFA, USA Archery. You name it, we sponsor it. So you shop with us, you make it possible for us to give back to you. That's my Lancaster Archery commercial for the day. There's Oliver Achenholt and Medina. I do not know how to pronounce her last name. They are our men's and women's barebow champions. And looks like they're on the same team. Watch out for those two. If they're competing together, man. That's a force. Oh, here we go. There's a bow hunter setup. I had mentioned you can shoot a bow hunter setup in this compound division. And there you go. Someone is. That's a diamond, razor's edge. Center of your screen, we got Tyler Weiss on the left, Aiden Woody on the right. Aiden shoots for the University of the Cumberlands. Collegiate archer. Tyler Weiss works in our pro shop. He'll be shooting later today. Michael Holson there with the red, white, and blue hair. He and his wife always dye their hair before the Classic every year. There's his wife right there. They compete in barebow. Big supporters of the barebow community are the, there you go, see it? He is a backyard champion. Me too, Mike. Nobody beats me in my backyard. All right, people were asking for compound. Here you go. Okay, far right, we got Chloe Nielsen or Nelson. She is our reigning champion in Youth Female Open. She also just won that same division at the Rushmore Rumble with a perfect 900. Now, in ASA, she has also shot 2 rounds, Josh, 2 perfect rounds where she hit every 12 ring on the course. Unheard of. There's Ava Jones on the left shooting barebow. She is a past champion at the Classic. And the one on the right also shoots barebow. I see her every year, and I can't remember her name. Sorry. I believe she's from Italy. There's Aiden Woody on the left. Don't know the gentleman on the right, but that bow's sweet color. Uh-oh. He's Russian. So you get 90 seconds to shoot your 3 arrows. He must have been pushing it. Yeah, there you hear the whistle. He just made it. There you see the scores up above on our, I believe that's called the Sitchcraft scorecards. Flip scorecards. There you go. Casey Caulfield in the white. Gaius Carter, his head's off the screen because he's like 8 feet tall on the right. He's shooting a recurve. We know him in the compound world. Reading champ, 900 at Vegas. Here he is. There's the other half of the Caulfield team. On the left, Connor Caulfield, also 8 feet tall, so headless. And his partner, Taylor Miller, they're shooting compound. If you've ever shopped on the Lancaster Archery Supply webpage and used our arrow builder, Connor Caulfield, he made that. Not arrow builder. I'm sorry, string builder. He did our string builder. He's working on an arrow builder. String builder on our website was done by Connor. Coming in, Connor's pretending not to see the camera. Taylor Miller, you can see Lancaster Joad team, so she shoots in our academy. Lancaster Archery Academy, if you want to learn more about archery, or if you're accomplished and want to improve your archery, check out the Lancaster Archery Academy. We train folks at all levels. So what we're doing here, head-to-head matches. We've got 4 ends per match. By score, remember the center X counts as 11. How can one become a sponsored pro archer? So I could answer that for you. However, I'm going to direct you. I'm going to get you to Google Competition Archery Media Darren Christenberry. If you Google that, we did a podcast within the last couple months with Darren. He is the pro staff coordinator for Elite, and he spells it out. Because he's got, I mean, he'll tell you exactly what he's looking for. And basically every bow company is looking for the same thing. So Competition Archery Media and Darren Christenberry. You'll get our podcast. Listen to that. He spells it all out. How to become a pro archer. There's Heather Gore right in the middle. Hoyt Jersey. She comes from California. And that is her. That's, his name's Rubio, I believe. Next to him, that's Heather's partner. Can't remember his name, but also from California. I didn't do a count this year. I often count to see how many countries we have represented. So this is mixed team, so you get, there's Gaius Carter shooting his arrow. You get 90 seconds to shoot 3 arrows between you, between the two of you. So you kind of got to factor in that switch. It's not as simple as when you're just standing there shooting 3. You saw Casey go up, look at her feet. She gets her set. And I believe, obviously you can pick who shoots what. So Gaius shot first, Casey's going to shoot 2. Wait a minute, why is she shooting 3? Everybody must be shooting their own target. I mustn't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, they're each shooting 2 targets. What is going on? There's a 10 from Casey. And now Gaius is coming up. I don't know why he was standing back. Yeah. This is our first time with mixed teams, so that's why I know nothing about how this is working. Okay. Match play scoring. Each target face may have 3 arrows in the face. X will count as 11. Team's potential maximum score per end will equal 66 points. So, yes, they are, everybody's arrows count. A match will consist of 4 ends, 6 arrows each end. There you go. Dutch target. That's a nod to Dean Alberga. Our photographer here, our master photographer, Dean Alberga, goes by the handle Dutch target. Looks like they borrowed that from him. Venue sponsors: Darton, Black Eagle, True Ball Excel. Live feed sponsor: True Ball Excel. Live scoring: Dead Center. Mixed team sponsors: Barebows, Hoyt, Compound PSE, Recurve, Weowis. There's J Bars there with the white beard and the glasses. 1988 Olympic gold medalist, Team USA. If you got questions, put them in the chat. Shout out to the 3 teams from NC 100 Archery in Delaware. Looks like we need the PJ Riley Backyard Classic. No, not going to happen. You will spoil my undefeated streak in my backyard if anyone else shoots there besides me. Judge inspecting an arrow down there. We got our judges. That is Sherry, whose last name I forget. She was with USA Archery forever. If you went to a USA Archery event in the last 10 years, Sherry helped to organize that. Got our director of judges, Frank Heverin. There's Aiden Woody, just elbowed his sister Danielle right in the face. I'm sure that's not the first time that's happened. Director of judges, Frank Heverin. Director of shooting, Doug Ludwig. And we got an all-star team. Here's Heather, and I gotta find out the partner's name there on the left in the blue. Rubio, yeah. I think it's Mark. Yeah. I wanted to say Marco, but of course that's not correct. But it is Mark. California. Good to see them here competing in the mixed. Check, check. There we go. We're back. Okay. We're back. Now we're back. All right. So I was going to say our mixed teams, so there's 16 barebow, 16 compound, 16 Olympic recurve. And those spots filled up like instantly when we opened registration. We limited it to 16 per division. Just first year, you know, we don't know what it's going to be like. And man, they sold out instantly. So it's a super popular event, and it was just first come. First ones to sign up, they got in. You pick your team, and they are competing for trophies, I believe. Let's see. Is there a payout? We have sponsors. Let's see. Okay, yes, there is. Compound mixed team. Well, all of the teams get the same payout. First place, $750. Second, $500. Third, $250 for each of these teams. So there is money on the line. Thank you to our sponsors, Hoyt Barebow, PSE Compound, Weowis Recurve. Thank you to them. Good way to start the weekend, a little money in your pocket. Okay, so Mary Lowry, that was mine error. It's 2 people per team. It is 6 arrows per end, not 3. I thought they were shooting like in a typical World Archery match, they're shooting at the same target, but that's not what they're doing here. So all 6 arrows do count. There we saw Queen's Archery. I forget that young lady's name, but she's one of the coaches at Queen's Archery in New York. If you're in New York City, you gotta check that place out, because they have a super program. They got a ton of archers competing here this weekend. There she is, Queen's Archery. I need to go there and check that place out. I just can't envision. It just doesn't compute in my head, archery in New York City. I have to go see that. Yeah, if you've ever been to Queen's Archery, give us a comment in the chat. Let us know exactly where it is. I could look it up, but that would be lazy. I could just ask all of you. No, looking it up would not be lazy. I am being lazy. So what's happening today is once we finish this, we start the regular classic at noon. Do we have, are we moving on here? I'm guessing. They took their targets down. Maybe they got to start new targets. Apparently we have finished our first set of matches. But after this, we have a regular line of qualifications starting at noon, followed by another line at 4:30, and then tomorrow we have 8 a.m., noon, and 4:30 again. First one's actually 7:30. All right, we're back. We're back at the True Ball Excel Darton Black Eagle Competition Hall. Live feed brought to you by True Ball Excel. Live scoring by Dead Center. Cynthia, that's her name, that barebow archer. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Cynthia Noziglia. That's who it is. That was bothering me. From Italy. At least I got that part right. Cinzia. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. Queens Archery, 170 to 20, 39th Avenue, Flushing, New York. There you go. There you go, pretty sweet. Reese's, yeah, free ad. We are in the backyard of Hershey Chocolates, so those Reese's are made right down the road. What I can tell you is I've gone past the factory. Man, does it smell good outside of there. Have a feeling if I lived there, I'd have diabetes from eating so many Reese's peanut butter cups if I had to smell them all day. All right, we're resetting the field here. We're going to cut it down. We had 16 matches per class going on. We're going to cut it down to 8 now. There you see that court right there. That was divided up into like at least 20 volleyball courts last weekend. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, there was a huge volleyball tournament. 10,000 kids in that volleyball tournament. We had to turn it around into this basically Tuesday and yesterday. Actually went pretty smooth this year. I should knock on wood. We were ahead of schedule. So we did pretty well. Give a shout out to Rob Doherty. Rob set the lanes, each individual shooting lanes for the Classic for I don't know how many years. He just unfortunately passed away within the last year, but many a night I would see Rob out there putting down those lines to mark off the shooting positions, measuring, making sure everyone was exactly identical. I mean, he was meticulous about setting those shooting lines. Last year, he consulted with us on it. His last one that he actually set the tape was 2 years ago, but this is the first year where he did not have any involvement because he passed away. But shout out to Rob Doherty. He was just an awesome dude.
27. Blue purple, shoot gold, 28. Candy bars, 29. Los Pinos, 30.
All right, we're getting new targets for the next round. If you got questions, put them in the chat.
Mismatch socks, 45.
Jill with a bow loves Gaius and Casey, as we all do. Well, we have more divisions coming up in today's stream. Yes. So this, for mixed team, we only have barebow, compound, recurve. Once we start regular qualifications, that'll be everybody. That'll be, you know, the youth classes. We'll have the longbow folks out there. I'm excited to see how that goes. We've always had longbow archers, but a couple years ago, there got to be like a decent number of them, and they were like, hey, we want our own class. Well, we're like, hey, all right, we got no problem. We got to see the numbers, though. So 2 years ago, a lot of them, I want to say it was like 60 to 70, showed up and competed in barebow just to show that the longbow people would come out. So we're like, all right, that's pretty good. So last year we had a trophy class where they were just competing for trophies. They didn't go to the big finals stage. They just shot their qualifying, and we picked first, second, third, etc. from that. This year, I believe we've got over 100, and so they are on the finals stage. They're going to be part of the big show, and I am looking forward to that. That's going to be awesome. And what was great was we kind of just thought maybe we would just rob from the barebow numbers and have longbow archers, but that's not what happened. We have some legit longbow only competitors. I don't know them, but I was told Matt Zernzak said some of the best from Europe are competing here. Obviously, we expect to have some of the best U.S. shooters as well, but these are folks who specialize in longbow, not just switching from barebow. Because our barebow numbers are still not, you know, where they usually are anyway. And we should give a shout out to our longbow. We have some special sponsors who added $1,500 to the pot of money that the longbow archers are competing. And they are Java Man Archery, Timber Point Archery, Sauk Trail Archery, On Point Archery, Elite Archery, and Wapiti Archery. Each of them kicked in $250 so that we have $1,500 to add to the prize money for the longbow archers. So thanks to those folks for that. I believe Big Shot, Delta McKenzie Big Shot, is our barebow sponsor this year. So we've got companies that have like adopted these classes to increase the payouts. You know, the guys from Bow Hunt or Die, bowhunting.com, Justin Czar and Todd Graff, they kind of adopted the bow hunter division and increased their contingencies. So that's cool to see. That was a good shot from Taylor. That's a 10 for sure. Probably an X. Excuse me, an 11. There we go. Looks like she's got one. That's a 10. That top one is an X. X1010 should be. That bottom left one is close, but I think she got the line. Here we go. Connor Caulfield in the middle there, Lancaster Archery Supply jersey. Abe Woody to the right, Patriots jersey. I don't know the other archers, but we're glad to have them here anyway. Can't remember everybody's name. I do know that one, Carson Cray. So she is an excellent compound archer in the women's open class. There's Cinzia, or Cinzia, I'm not sure how you pronounce that. Noziglia from Italy. Always a force in barebow. Looks like a Canadian team right there. They've probably heard about the snow and thought, what's the big deal? This is nothing. Dig those socks on Dave, one of our judges. There's John Demmer. Look at that. Barebow, 10-10-9. There he is. There's our judge, Dave. He's got the Vans, striped socks, striped shirt. You're going to know who he is out there. Judges do an awesome job for us. You got a big job. There he goes. Give us a wave. Yeah, all right. I mean, we're competing for thousands of dollars here, so these folks have a difficult job, but one that's necessary. There we go. Our mixed team sponsors. Hoyt Archery is Barebow, PSE is Compound, and Weowis is Recurve. I should mention our competition range sponsor. We're in the True Ball Excel Darton Black Eagle Hall. The range is sponsored by Whitetail, American Whitetail. That's all those targets, all those round bales that we shoot. Those are all American Whitetail target mats. The ones that I think some other competitions should go to, especially if you're going to use inside-out scoring, which we do not use. If you're going to use it, you should use these mats because they're far more consistent than other mats that are out there. My 2 cents. Dead center, they are our live scoring sponsor right up the road, Todd Reich. We appreciate his partnerships and friendships. Todd Reich, another cool guy. All right, here we go. Mr. Frank Kovalarich is asking if I need a silk pie. Always, Frank. You know it. The Perkins French silk pie is awesome. And a friend of yours, Kyle, says he said you said you were coming. Where are you? We're looking for you. It's Chloe Nelson. Danielle Woody, an elite pro, competes in the ASAs, in the women's known pro division. She's done pretty well there. Oh, little Bojitsu there. Give it some English. Big recurve archer. Mixed team, 6 arrows for score, 4 ends per match. Top score advances. Single elimination. Till we get down to 2 remaining to pick our champions. Format for the format for the Classic again. 60 arrows for score. Everybody shoots today or tomorrow. Saturday morning, everybody's going to be ranked. Ooh, Gaius. There's one in the blue down there, Gaius Carter. Saturday morning, we're going to rank all the archers in every division. Then we start NCAA style bracket, top seed versus bottom seed, whittle it down. We're going to get to either the final 8 or the final 4, depending on the division. And those folks go to the finals stage for the shoot up, where it starts out 8 versus 7. Winner takes on 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, until we have a champion. That's a unique format for the Classic that what I always hear folks say is you don't have to be the best. You just have to be good enough to keep moving. You get into head-to-heads, hey, you can shoot 3 9s as long as your opponent shot 4 9s. Eric Burkett there with the 2 prosthetic legs. One of our judges, one of the best guys you'll meet in archery. Helicopter pilot, I believe he was, in the military. Crashed, lost both his legs. And here he is. Train wreck, we call him. Yeah, and Eric competes. He comes out there and he shoots compound bow. I believe he usually competes from his chair. But archery is something for everybody. There's no age restriction, there's no body type. Probably an age limit on the lower end. I met a guy yesterday, 73 years old. This is the first tournament he's ever shot in, and he's here this weekend. He used to do a lot of competitive bowling, and he couldn't do it. He injured his elbow. He couldn't bowl anymore. He still had that competition bug just in him. Picked up archery, learned about the Classic. He's here this weekend. 73 years old. First tournament ever. Stories like that are pretty cool. I like hearing them. Marcus B says you don't need legs to be a cool dude. 100%. You are correct. There we go. J Bars. Wearing the Hershey's shirt, too. 1988 Olympic gold medalist. I believe he was the first U.S. man to win an Olympic gold medal. 1988, so you can imagine, you know where those white hairs came from. But hey, he's still out there competing. If you want to see a cool video, look up, what was the name of it? It was on Competition Archery Media YouTube channel, where we followed Jay Bars, Greg Easton, and Rob Caulfield at the Vegas shoot last year. And Jay Bars is just a hoot. Super fun guy. He just had the best time out there. There we go. Got 998. Oh, candy bars. So that's his team name, so no wonder he's got the Hershey's shirt on there. Chloe Nelson. Reigning 2025 Youth Female Open champ. Coming back to defend her title, unless I think she's still in the youth class. Yeah, that's what she won at Rushmore Rumble. How many 660s do you think we'll have this weekend? Well, we had 3 last year. Got a $20,000 prize to one archer who shoots a 660. We had 3 last year, so they had a shoot-off. Jacob Slusars, Bodie Turner, Matthias Fullerton. Matthias ended up winning that $20,000. Ironically, then Jacob Slusars went on to win the whole tournament, so he got $20,000. But this year, what are we going to have? So just last weekend, I think it was last weekend, at the Rushmore Rumble, we had the first day they shot 60 arrows, and we had 3 660Xs. Now, they don't count the 11, but they count X's. So a 660X is a 660 in our format. We had 3. Christopher Perkins, Matthias Fullerton, and Kyle Douglas. So that was just last week. I'm going to say, I think 2 this year. That's my call. 2. I was talking about this with Darren Christianberry. We've gotten to a point in archery where these folks are so good, we come to expect that 660, and so we're kind of disappointed. You know, we just expect it, and I think we don't recognize it enough, that what an accomplishment that is. That's not easy to do. Look at that stabilizer. Boy, that's a good hold. Good shot. Good shot. That's what we say at ASAs when you let down. I don't know why, but if you don't take the shot, they say, good shot, good shot. Danielle Woody. Danielle is one of our instructors at the Academy, by the way. So you come to the Lancaster Archery Academy, you can have a pro archer giving you lessons. Looks like she is teamed up with her brother, Aiden. There's Jay Bars with a 9. Connor Caulfield, Rob's son. He is a 4-time All-American. 3 in bow hunter and 1 in Olympic recurve when he was at Texas A&M. So the kid can shoot. All right, scoring. You can follow inco.net. That's IANSEO.net. And if you want to follow this mixed team, this is a separate competition. Don't just click on Lancaster Archery Classic, because you won't find mixed team there. You have to scroll down to Lancaster Archery Classic mixed team. It's its own entity. As is the Easton Youth and Collegiate Trophy Tournament. How does one sign up for the Classic, or is it invitational only? It is not invitational only. Anyone can enter. Anyone. We generally open registration like late September, early October, and you just sign up. We closed registration like 2 weeks ago, I think. So you just sign up. That's all you got to do. No invitation, no membership required, nothing. Anyone can enter. We've got divisions. We've got male-female divisions. We've got youth, adult. We've got masters, which is the 50 to 60 crowd, and we've got senior, which is over 60. So we've got age classes. Male, female, we've got equipment. So right here we have barebow, recurve, compound. In addition, we have bow hunter, longbow, and those are the two other equipment-based divisions that we have. So whatever you shoot, we got a class for you. Is there a cap for participation? In the mixed team event, yes, we limited it to 16 teams in each of the 3 classes. For the whole Classic, no, there is no cap. We have room to grow here. We still had room. We almost maxed out. We still had some open positions for the Thursday noon and the 4:30 line. Friday was completely sold out. Ooh, that's maxed. But we still have room Thursday, but you know, we only shoot noon and 4:30. We can add more lines. We can add more targets. There's room for us to grow here at Spooky Nook. It's way bigger than what you see us competing on. So no cap on participation. You want to come out? Come on out. 3,300 archers this weekend. That's a new record for us. Over that 3,000 mark, that's kind of our goal, is to hit that 3,000. And if you didn't hear me say, first one, year 1 of Lancaster Archery Classic, 174. Now we're up to over 3,300. So it looks like we might have finished a match there. I see folks carrying targets. So we will whittle down the field and keep going. There you see the camera. We had a quick shot of the guy with the camera. That is Dean Alberga. If you see World Archery photos or any photos of archery from the Olympics, that's your man, Dean. Dutch target. Taking a picture of his team members there. Casey Caulfield and Gaius Carter. Dean will provide photography for us this weekend? Yeah, let's talk about that. So, we will have at least 3, maybe 4 photographers shooting all weekend. Shooting this event, shooting all the qualification lines, shooting the Easton Youth and Collegiate Trophy Tournament, shooting the finals. We're going to have thousands of pictures. So if you go to Smug Mug, we're going to post galleries on our social media channels, but if you go to Lancaster Archery Supply, LAS or CAM Smug Mug? I don't know. Hold on. Hold that thought. Okay, yes, looks like Lancaster Archery Supply. We do have our own Smug Mug for the Classic. So lancasterarchery.smugmug.com, and you can see every photo that we shoot this weekend. Every photo that makes the photographer's cut. You know, they're going to edit. Obviously, things will be out of focus. They'll eliminate stuff. Every one of their final shots, thousands of them, you'll find on our Lancaster Archery Smug Mug. And you can buy photos if you want. That gives you the photo without our watermark on it. Or you can just right-click on the photo and save it to your desktop. And then you have that picture. You don't pay anything for that. But it has our watermark on it. That's the only stipulation. But you can get those for free. You can see everything. If you think one of our photographers got you or a relative or a friend, that's the place to look. Thanks for Archery Smug Mug. We'll start uploading those later today. Obviously, this is the first round of competition. Barebow scorers aren't updating on live scoring, trying to follow our girl Medina from here in Connecticut. So, sometimes there is a lag. That's just the way it works. They're using electronic tablets. Tablets have to go back to the main center for scoring, and then they appear online. So there is a lag. Sorry about that. That's technology. Some photos are already up. All right, there you go. We've started our Smug Mug page. Nick Kravitz, Dean Alberga, Cameron Schaffner, I believe her last name. Antonio, what's Antonio's last name? Plaza. Those are our photographers. Right, our photographer Antonio, he'll be out there competing today. But yeah, we're gonna have photos upon photos upon photos. There we go. Here's our man, Dean. There he is. Again, if you've seen photos from the Olympics, if you see archery from the Olympics, that's your guy. He comes over here to hang with us. Dean is one of the coolest guys in the world. If you ever get to meet him, be sure and check out his sneakers. He is a big vintage sneaker guy. He's not just with the Hokas like me. His stuff's always cool, stylish. I am neither of those things. He had his Nikes on today. He walked off. We were trying to get a shot of his shoes, but there he is. I don't know what those are. I thought I saw he had Nikes on. What are they? There we go. DC. See, I don't even know what that is. I'm not cool enough to even know that. Because they're not Hokas. That's right. When you get over, everybody who makes fun of Hokas out there, all I gotta say is wait till you hit 50. You go over the age of 50 and then you'll appreciate Hokas. And they're no sponsor or nothing. That's free publicity for people my age who want to save their backs. But speaking of sponsors, let's go back. Here we go. We are in the True Ball Excel Darton Black Eagle Hall. Competition range sponsor, American Whitetail. Our live feed sponsor, True Ball Excel, live scoring Dead Center. We are watching the mixed team competition. Hoyt is sponsoring Barebow. PSE sponsoring Compound, and Weowis is Recurve. There's Dead Center, our live scoring sponsor. There you go, some of the folks you see sponsoring. Again, you've heard me talk about it. Yeah, Amazon for sure. You can probably find stuff cheaper on there. But you will never see Amazon on any of those banners because they don't sponsor anything. We do, and those folks do, whose names you see up there. Exactly. Buy from Lancaster Archery, that allows us to sponsor all the things we sponsor, which is pretty much everything in archery. I've never been to an event that I didn't see our logo somewhere. So think about that. You're the customer. You can choose where you shop. We talk about lots of pride in USA made, although some of these products come from overseas. Biter from Germany, Precision Knox. But if you want to support a business that supports what you like to do, hey, think about shopping with us. PJ, you're cool in your own way. Yes, in an almost 60, doesn't know anything about pop culture kind of way. That's what I'm cool in. I get made fun of all the time because I can't identify a single Taylor Swift song. I know I've heard them, but I don't know it's her. Nothing against her, just not my bag, baby. All right, let's take a look at our finals venue. There it is. We're still working on it, but that's the shoot up finals stage. Check that out. That is One of the coolest sets in archery. There we go. Look at the lights we got going. Going to be standing on those platforms you see at the back. That vertical pole has a button on top. That's the 12 button. Of course, the finals is where we have our special 12-point target scoring ring. Just gives a little something extra in that finals, little strategy. We added that 12 ring. It's right in between. It's a tiny ring. I think it's 1.5 centimeters in between the 7 and the 8 ring. So if you miss it, you take a big hit. If you hit it, 12 points, that's the most rings, that's the most points on the target. So that's looking like, I think I only saw 4. Yeah, I think we're down to four teams here. So 4 teams should mean this is just 2 matches. Not surprisingly, Chloe Nelson. I believe her partner is Owen Fromater. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. We see him at tournaments, ASA. Surprised to see Chloe in the finals, or still alive. We're not at the finals yet. Casey Kaufhold's still alive in recurve. So that'll be 2 matches. So then our 2 winners should be the ones shooting for the title. I believe so. I only see 4 per division. Casey's got definitely a 10-10. I believe that first one's probably an X. There's a 9. Looks like an 11-10-9 for Casey. Gaius has a 10-9. And here comes his last arrow. I don't know why he holds off on that 3rd arrow. Oh, he's got a 9-8. Oh, we're told potentially Gaius gets tired shooting that recurve. Remember, shooting that recurve, whatever the draw weight is, you're holding that on your fingers. No let off. So Brady Ellison powering that 52 or whatever he shoots. He's holding that on his fingers. So yeah, you got 90 seconds to shoot. So if Gaius shoots the first 2 and then just recuperates, shoots that 3rd arrow. Samantha Ensign there on the end, another one of our Lancaster Archery Academy shooters, and she did well in the last Olympic trials. She got pretty far. So she's an up-and-comer, trains with Casey. That can't be bad, right? So, let's see, 56. 56, so it looks like those 2 tied. Pro tip, if you're coming to the Lancaster Archery Classic for your first time, those American whitetail mats, the good thing and the bad thing is that they hold their shape. That's the good thing. The way they do that, though, is sometimes arrows, you shoot an arrow in there and those things don't want to give them back. Arrow lube. Bring your arrow lube. It will make life a lot nicer for you. If you shoot aluminum, that makes things, some of the carbon arrows, the coating on the outside, man, they really stick in those targets. Again, you get true, wherever your arrow hits, it stays true to that position. That's the good part of it. Bad part of it is arrow removal. I remember one year there was a guy in men's open. He was shooting lights out, but he was, I mean, when I say struggling, he was having a terrible time getting his arrows out of the target. And he was a little bit shorter and was shooting the top line, which makes it worse if the arrow's up high. And so I went and grabbed a bottle of arrow lube off the trailer, and I went down and I said, hey, here's some arrow lube. Maybe this will help, some woodies. He said, no. He said, I don't want to do anything to my arrows. I'm shooting too good. Now, the lube's not going to do anything, but I get it. If he thinks they're hitting the middle without arrow lube and that's important, then do what you got to do, man. Archery is 98.9% mental anyway, so whatever you think is working, and it is working, stick with it. Taylor Miller opens with an X. Excuse me, 11. Rancini, that's also an 11 on the far right. Another X from Taylor, good shot. And another X from Rancini. I believe that, yeah, that's gonna be an 11. Gotta stop saying X. Good shooting there. Samantha, arm. So that arm shaking is not a big deal because she deals with it. She's just waiting to expand, waiting for that clicker to go off, and she releases the arrow. But she's not worried about her arm shaking. Her sight picture is all that matters. That look, Taylor Miller looks like an 11, 11, 11. Same with Rancini. That's an 11, 11, 11. Top one might be a little bit. I think it's an 11. Connor Caulfield opens with a 10. Mattia also a 10. Mattia, depending on what size arrow, that might be an 11. If he's shooting 27s, I believe he got it. Connor Caulfield, that's a 10. Now we have Connor's last arrow. That should catch the 11. He's shooting 27s. That should catch it. So working our way through the matches. Shout out to our camera operators. We've got 2 guys on moving cameras. And then we've got a couple fixed position PTZs that we can move by remote control. All right, sponsor time. It's that time again, archers. Venue sponsors: True Ball Excel, Darton Black Eagle. Live feed sponsor: True Ball Excel, Live Scoring, Dead Center, Competition Range, American Whitetail. Mixed team: Barebows, Hoyt, Compound, PSE, Recurve, Weowis. So imagine wooden arrows in those mats. They will stick like iron. Well, but remember, longbow is shooting a lower poundage. So they actually do not stick as hard as you would think because they're not going in with the same force as a compound bow. Longbow, they're probably shooting in the 30s or 40 pound range. So those arrows don't hit with the same force as, you know, Dan McCarthy comes out here and shoots 73 pounds with his compound. Those things bury in there. So the longbow ones, even though they're wood, I bet they don't have as much difficulty pulling them out just because they're not, the lower bow poundage is preventing that. What kind of compound bow was the reporter shooting? Okay, so that person is referring to when I was out showing a TV reporter. We just did a segment for the TV news. So she was shooting a Genesis bow. That's the bow used in NASP competitions, National Archery in the Schools program. If you shoot in NASP, you're shooting a Genesis bow. It's uniform. They all shoot that bow. And it's just a great one to begin with. It's got wheels like a compound. It does have some let off, but it's not the same as a compound because you don't have a definitive back wall. There's lots of room that you can have multiple people shooting the same bow and they'll still be able to get the performance out of it regardless of their draw length. But it does have wheels and it does technically have some let off, but it's a great beginner's bow. And that's what they shoot in the NASP program. And we started a youth, what do we call it, Kyle? We have a youth basic compound division. That's what it is, basic compound. That's a new class here in our Easton Youth and Collegiate Trophy Tournament, where you're going to shoot NASP gear and you're going to shoot from shorter distances. So again, this is us casting the net to try and attract as many archers as we can. If you shoot NASP, 20 yards is not what you're used to shooting. Ooh, good shot, Christina. That was dead center. So our basic compound, I know they shoot, I think it's 10 and 15 yards that they're shooting from with their NASP gear, because that's what they're used to shooting. Again, that's during our Easton Youth and Collegiate Trophy Tournament. What is that? We have youth divisions in the Classic. We have Demmer. Come on, man. That's in the red. We want to see some yellow. Long hold there, Connor. So the Easton Youth and Collegiate Trophy Tournament, that runs Saturday and Sunday. That's different from the Classic because the Classic, if you shoot one of our youth divisions in the Classic, you may have to be here 2 or 3 days to get, to do qualification and eliminations and finals. You could go all the way to Sunday. So we were like, okay, how can we get kids here for just so that they could come in, shoot one day, and go home? That's all they got to do. That's what the Easton Youth and Collegiate Trophy Tournament's meant for. You come in, you shoot your 60 arrows right on this same range as everybody else, as John Demmer, as Brady Ellison, Levi Morgan. You shoot on the same range they do, but you shoot your 60 arrows in one day, and then you go home. Trophies are awarded simply by those scores. And it's also a fraction of the cost, too. Fraction of the cost, fraction of the time. Lets kids come and shoot on, a world-class competition archery range. So we're down to some heavy hitters in barebow. Got a fist bump there from Taylor and Connor. Remember, we are competing for money here. $750 for first, $500 for second. $250 for third to the teams in mixed mixed team, a new feature at the Lancaster Archery Classic this year. Filled up instantly when we opened registration, so apparently it is popular. So on that court that we're looking at there, we have lanes 1 through 78. So you're going to have It's 144.
It's all good now. We're rolling in archery's happy.
Right. Need to know that guy's name. I know Chloe Nelson, Danielle Woody, Taylor Miller, and I didn't know that guy. And now on this line, I know Connor Caulfield, Aiden Woody, Owen Fromater. It's the woman on the left. I don't know her. Rancini. I should know her. Judging by her target, she shoots pretty good. Yeah, it would be. So we have 78 lanes on that main range. So we'll have 156 archers. There's Oliver Achenholt, the Great Dane. There'll be 156 shooters at one time shooting when that line is full. And then, of course, there's an AB and a CD, so times 2. So those 156 step back, another 156 step up. It's a cool look from above when you watch that many archers shooting at once. We're only seeing maybe half. I believe that right in the right corner is the garage door. So I believe that's half the range we're looking at. So let's see. Looks like Demmer and Percoli are shooting against Noziglia. Yeah. Let's see. I don't think they're keeping up with their score. 254 to 183. Oh, we got a hug there. So somebody who's moving on. Demmer with the green thumb. So we're expecting John Demmer and Christina Percoli. Yeah, what's going on with Demmer there? We got 2 different size arrows. We're gonna have to ask him about that. Maybe for the end. All right. I am gonna now leave the truck and go out on the range as we get down to the finals matches.
The tournament tournament for the gold. Winning titles on 10, Neil Carmen on 11. The bronze. Winning again, 12, Simply Italians 13. And the gold match, Sam Square on 27. Dutch Target 28. For bronze, Los Cayos on 29. Are you sure? On 30. For the gold, 3 guns 44. David and Lee 45. For the bronze, 3 T 46. T Reverend Reflex 47.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, gotcha. All right.
You guys give a JMU? Okay. It is. So last year I did recurve it. No, I think compound it. No, I did recurve it JMU and compound it.
So Kyle Hart's the Owen Fromater Close.
No, tomorrow. I wanted a little rest because I didn't know how this would. And I figured I'd feel 30 seconds.
Correct. Yes. All right, here we go. So we are in our gold medal match final here. So Chloe Nelson, Owen Fromater versus Connor Caulfield, Taylor Miller. That's for the gold medal, the big money. And then on the other side, Danielle Woody, Aiden Woody, and the two other archers whose names I don't know yet, they're shooting for the bronze. Mattia and Rancini. They're shooting for bronze. But our gold medal here is Nelson Fromater versus Caulfield Miller. So Taylor, let's see. Chloe has an 11, possible another 11 and a 10. I'm thinking 31 or 32. Taylor Miller has a 32. Owen Fromater opens with an 11. Connor opens with an 11. 10 for Connor. Owen throws an 11. Ooh, Connor with a 9. Owen backs up with an 11. All right, so let's go down here. Okay. So we have Irene Francini and Viseli Mattia. I want to make sure I get those names there. Irene Francini, Viseli Mattia versus Aiden Woody, Danielle Woody for bronze, Taylor Miller, Connor Caulfield, Owen Fromater, Chloe Nelson for gold. So we'll have them put their scores up. Chloe Nelson with an 11, 11, 10. Owen with 11, 11, 11. Connor 11, 10, 9. Taylor 11, 10, 11. All right, here we go. Nelson Fromater 65, Miller Caulfield 61. The Woodies 65, Mattia Francini 66. All right, let's shift down to recurve. Ensign and Dornan with the 57. They're 54. Derek Negron Diaz and Neil Kato, 53. Boxyang Tang and Charvika Gopi, 57. Okay, that's in recurve. Coming down to Barebow. Demmer Procoli, 56. Ava Jones. Luke Thornsberry, 53. They're the gold medal. Noziglia and Simandi. They've got 58 to Achenholt and Oda Jagic. Medina, I'll just go with that. 56. That's our bronze medal match. Okay, here we go. Round 2. All right, so where's the toughest match? We've got pretty good gaps in the gold medal matches in all of them. 4 points in compound, 3 points in recurve, 3 points in barebow. So let's see. Oh, Gaius Carter opens up with 11-11. Smoked him. Samantha Ensign. We're going to see a change here in recurve. Casey throws a 10 with her first. Samantha looks like she has a 9. She's got 2 8-9 liners, and then she's got a 9 for sure. Casey just shot a 9 and a 10. And in our bronze medal match, we have single spots, so it's harder for me to see. Casey throws a 10 with her third. Dornan opens with a 10, an 8-9 liner. And I think he had a blank. We have a 0. Gaius comes back with a 10. All right, we're going to see a swap in recurve. Barebow. Demmer has a nasty looking target. Demmer's got 11. Ooh, 11, 10, 10.
I screwed up, man. Oh, maybe not.
Oh. 11, 10, 9 for Demmer. Killer. Christina with a 10, 9, 8. Ava Jones, 10, 8, 8. Luke Thornsberry, 11, 9, 8. So we're going to see Demmer Procoli extend their lead in the bronze medal match. In barebow, we've got Giuseppe Simandi with an 11, 10, 8, I believe that is. Oliver Achenholt, 11, 10, 9. Medina, inside out, 11, 9, 9. Remember, that's barebow. And she's shooting 23s. 23 diameter arrows, inside out, barebow. But for our gold medal match, As we mentioned, Demmer Piccoli, 113, Jones Thornsberry, 107. Bronze medal, Noziglia Samandi. They're flipping their cards. We have 115. Hey, Oliver, your score up top. Switch head. Okay. All right, we had a switch there in the bronze medal match. Achenholt and Medina, I'm just going to go with that. Oh no, it's tied, 115 apiece. So that's a tight one in barebow. In recurve, as we mentioned, Carter and Koffold now make commanding lead, 115 to 101 over Ensign and Dornan. Bronze medal match. We have Gopi and Tang, 114. Negron, Diaz, and Kato, 107. So that's pretty good separation there. Then in compound, we have Chloe Nelson, Owen Fromater, 131. Connor Koffold, Taylor Miller, 124. That's the gold medal. The two Woodies against Mattia and Franchini are tied at 126. So we got two close matches, both bronze medal, the bronze for barebow and the bronze for compound. So this is our third of four ends. Chloe Nelson opens with an 11-11-11. Taylor Miller, 11-11-10. Aiden Woody, or excuse me, Danielle Woody with an 11-10-10. Aiden with an 11-10, I believe 10, maybe an 11. Mattia or Franchini, 11-10, I believe that last one's a 10. But we'll get you the updated scores here. Once we add them all up, this is our third of four ends, so one more to go. Remember our sponsors: Hoyt sponsoring barebow, PSE compound, Weowis, recurve. Winner takes home $750, second place $500, third place $250. Demmer, watch out for him this weekend with a 10-9-8. Christina Piccoli with an 11-9-9. All right, so we have the bronze medal match for barebow. We have Noziglia and Samandi, 170. We have Achenholt and Medina, 164.
I know.
Demmer Piccoli, 169. Jones Thornberry, 158. That's, you can pretty much call that one. Then Gopi and Tang for the bronze medal match in recurve, 170 to Kato and Negron Diaz, 156. Carter Caulfield, 176. Dornan Ensign, 159. And then our tightest match is bronze medal for compound. Franchini and Mattia, 190. The two Woodies, 189. Gold medal match, Miller, Fromater, 195. Caulfield, Miller, 187. All right, here we go. Last end underway. Again, our tightest match is in third place for compound. Mattia opens with an 11-11-10. Woody has an 11, 11, and I think a 10, maybe an 11. They gotta make up a point. Franchini, an 11. Aiden Woody, 11. This is gonna come down to the wire here. Aiden Woody with an 11. Ooh, Franchini, dead center, 11. I believe if she shoots an 11 here, they will take it. They will take the bronze. That should be it. All right. So, in the first ever Lancaster Archery Classic Mixed Team Championships, we are going to have compound, Chloe Nelson, Owen Fromater. Silver, Connor Caulfield, Taylor Miller, and bronze, Mattia and Franchini. Vicelli Mattia and Irene Franchini, they will take the bronze. In recurve, Gaius Carter, Casey Caulfield will take gold. Samantha Ensign, Sam Dornan takes silver. Sharvika Gopi and Boxang Tang will take the bronze in recurve. Coming down to barebow, John Demmer, Christina Procoli, gold, Ava Jones, Luke Thornsberry, silver, and let's see. We're seeing, I'm thinking it's Nosiglia and Samandi taking bronze, I think. We're waiting on final to see who wins the bronze in barebow. Taking a close look at the numbers. Achenholt and Medina were 6 points behind, but they shot a tight last group compared to Nosiglia and Samani. Here we go. Oh, we have a tie. All right. We have a tie in barebow bronze medal. What do we love more than regular archery? Sudden death archery. So, we will have to go to a shoot-off. A shoot-off in barebow, no less. We love seeing shoot-offs in barebow. Our director of
20 seconds each to shoot their arrow with 1 arrow sudden death.
1 arrow sudden death. So, I need to see how that works. Let me ask someone who's more intelligent than me. Okay, here we go. So what we're doing is every archer is shooting 1 arrow. Highest score wins. Here we go. We've got Samandi up first for the Samandi Nosiglia team, and we've got Medina up for Medina Achenholt team. Oh, 9-8. 9-8. So Oliver needs that 10. Nosiglia 9, Achenholt 7, bronze medal. And the $250 is going to go to Nosiglia Samandi. They are going to take home the bronze in mixed team. All right, so we will be back shortly. That's our first ever mixed team event here at the Classic. I think it was a big hit. That's going to do it for that, and we will be back to kick off the noon line, first line of the Lancaster Archery Classic. We will be back shortly. Don't go anywhere.
Introducing the all-new Easton X10 3.2mm Parallel Pro, engineered for compound competition at the highest level, and recurve competitors preferring a parallel design. The Parallel Pro 3.2 delivers enhanced ballistic efficiency with greater energy and momentum retention downrange and less wind drift, making it the premier long-range outdoor arrow for all-around use. Engineered for champions. Built for the podium.
Turn